What if you chose to be brave today and put down your sword and shield? This is one of the lines in our opening invocation for Sistership Circle. When we gather, we invite women to put down their swords and shields. But what does that really mean? In our day-to-day lives, most of us are stuck in a state of fight or flight. This is a nervous system response designed to protect us from danger. But in today's society, it's constantly activated. We're guarding ourselves, ready to defend or fight because the world feels unsafe. Now, this manifests as competitiveness, mistrust, and an underlying sense of danger, especially for women. We feel like we're constantly preparing for an attack, even if it's just emotional or social. And I want you to think about this. When was the first time that you put up your sword and shield? So, before I get into my story, let's take a closer look at why our nervous systems respond the way that they do. This fight or flight mechanism isn't just a relic of the past. It's our body's way of protecting us. But here's the nuance. The nervous system doesn't differentiate between a real, immediate threat, like a predator, and the modern stressors that we face every day, like criticism, rejection, or even the anticipation of conflict. Now, for women, this hypervigilance is compounded by societal conditioning. We've been taught to be on guard, to watch our backs, and to prepare for the worst. This means that even in moments when we should feel safe, our bodies may still be holding tension, ready to react. So the question becomes, how do we teach our nervous systems to come out of this heightened state? Now, the fight or flight response is an ancient survival mechanism. It dates back to when humans faced real physical threats, like a saber-toothed tiger lurking around the corner. Now, this response is controlled by the sympathetic nervous system, which prepares the body to fight, flee, or freeze in the face of danger. Now, while the threats have changed, our bodies still carry this programming. So instead of today being afraid of a tiger, we're reacting to emails, conflicts, relationships. And for women especially, this sense of danger is heightened. There's this incredible woman, Alison Armstrong, and in her work, she will ask groups of men and women how often they have felt unsafe. And when women are asked, almost every single hand goes up for that week, for that day, or even for that moment. But for men, only a fraction, if any. This fear doesn't just show up in our interactions with the world at large. It also shows up in Circle, in our relationship with other women. So let's talk about this. Our relationship with other women can feel dangerous. Think about how often we're pitted against each other. From a young age, we're given messages that other women are competition, whether it's vying for attention, success, approval. The narrative is that there isn't enough to go around. And this scarcity mindset fuels that mistrust and keeps us locked in cycles of comparison and defensiveness But the truth is, there is enough. And we are enough. There's enough love. There's enough success. There's enough belonging for all of us. So when we embrace this abundance, we begin to see other women not as threats, but as allies. As women, many of us carry wounds from past betrayals and hurts. We've been burned, lied to, cheated on, and left out. We felt the sting of backstabbing and the ache of being excluded. Now, these experiences teach us to put up our defenses. We carry an emotional sword and shield in every interaction, ready to protect ourselves from pain. But here's the thing. These defenses don't just protect us from hurt. They also block us from connection. When we mistrust others, we build walls that prevent us from experiencing true sisterhood and support. Now, I can pinpoint the moments in my life when my sword and shield first went up. When I was 5, a bossy girl on the playground made me feel small. In 5th and 6th grade, my best friend's jealousy would hurt me deeply. And in high school, I was both part of a triad of friends that often had me feeling excluded, and I was also part of a larger group of 12 women or 12 girls, and the drama was endless, right? So it was painful. And by the time I entered adulthood, I didn't even realize how much I was still carrying, right? My sword and shield had become second nature, a default way of moving through the world and moving through my relationships with other women. So, how do we let go of these defenses? How do we trust again? The answer is faith. Faith is believing in something that we can't yet see. It's choosing to trust that we are safe, even when past experiences have told us otherwise. Faith is the bridge between fear and freedom. It invites us to take a step forward, not because the path is guaranteed, but because we trust that the journey will reveal what we need. And here's the beautiful thing about faith. It's contagious. When you choose to trust, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage creates a ripple effect, showing others that it's safe to let down their guard too. Now, this isn't easy. Trusting before we have evidence of safety requires bravery. But when we put down our sword and shield, we create space to be the calm, regulated nervous system that others can feel and respond to. Nervous systems influence each other, and by grounding ourselves, we help break the cycle of mistrust and fear. When you let go of your defenses, you model a new way of being for others. You show that it's possible to trust, to connect, and to find safety in sisterhood. Now, this doesn't mean that we won't face challenges or conflict, but as I've learned in Sistership Circle, even when conflict arises, there's nothing wrong. Even when the shadow arises, there's nothing wrong. Conflict can be medicine. It's an opportunity to grow, to deepen our understanding of ourselves and each other. When we shift our perspective, we see conflict not as something to fear, but as a teacher. What is this moment showing me? What can I learn from this experience? These questions transform challenges into breakthroughs, allowing us to heal and connect on a deeper level. The question isn't, will I be hurt again? The question is, can I show up with faith and allow the medicine of connection to heal me? So, brave woman, what if you chose to put down your sword and shield today? What if you trusted that you're safe, that you're held, that you're loved? The choice is yours. Here's one final thought. What if putting down your sword and shield isn't just about trusting others, but about trusting yourself? Trusting that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Trusting that you're resilient, capable, and whole. When you trust yourself, you no longer need to rely on the defenses. You can stand in your power, open and unguarded. Be brave and trust again.